think it's live. I say that like every time, and I hate it, but I never know. Yeah, it's live. What's up, everybody? It's me again. We're back. We are gonna try the Mechwarrior 5 editor tool that they released Monday, I think it was. I've never tried to launch it. This is the first time I've ever tried to launch it. It is uninstalled on a hard drive, and here's my specs right there on screen. Clearly, even just loading it, it is pushing this computer pretty hard. Actually getting kind of worried that I can even run the damn editor tool. At least on this computer. If this doesn't work on this computer, it's probably the second best computer I have at the moment. The best one I have is my 1920X Threadripper, but it's also like 4 other computers. So I don't know that it's going to run any better on it. For one, I don't think because it's in a virtual machine that I would be trying to run it that it's going to be bad. But I've only, like, the biggest VM I have on it is 6 cores, 12 threads. So it is better than this one, but I don't know. We're going to find out. The RAM just dropped immensely. Like, it went up to like 11 gig and now it's down to 4. So I have no idea about that at all, if this is actually going to work. But I figured I would stream and show you guys what the heck is going on. Oh, damn, the Space Heater PC at 9590. Hey, I got the 9590 when it was on a pretty decent sale back when it was relatively new, and I already had a motherboard that could take it, so I was like, you know what, yeah, I'm just going to throw it in there because it's 5 gigahertz, even though it's never actually hit 5 gigahertz, I don't think. Usually it gets about 4.8. I think I've seen a 4.9 a couple of times, but I don't know if it's just the motherboard is just being like, nah, nah. But it is faster than the 8350 because I have an 8350 in, yeah, I have an 8350 in there. And I think the other one I have is an 8150. That used to be my old stream PC. But then I upgraded to a 1920X to replace the 9590. And now the 9590's replaced the VR machine, and now the VR machine's the dang stream PC right now. So I've moved the systems all kinds of around. We are still sitting at 45%. I don't know. I mean, it was going pretty well, and that's when I was like, oh, you know what, I'll fire the stream up and see what's what. I mean, it's still using the D drive. It should be legitimately the only thing on the D drive. Yeah, it is the only thing on the D drive. I don't even know what these are. These are recordings of OBS. I do have 16 gig of RAM in it. Well, I mean, you can see there's 16 gig of RAM in it. If I have to try this on my 1920X unrated machine, I think I have 20 gig on a VM. It's got 64 gig total, but it's split between like 4 machines. If this absolutely doesn't run, I'm not dismantling that because it's got just too much stuff going on it. I've got, it's my FTP server, my NAS, my, surveillance computer. I mean, it's legitimately like everything. It's got 1 VM for gaming, 1 VM for streaming on it. Like it's legitimately like a dual computer, and it's freaking baller. If you haven't seen the video I made on it, go check that out when I built it. It has changed dramatically since then. The 2 cards I put in it were basically placeholder cards. Currently in it right this second is a GTX 1060 and a RX 480. I'm going to rip probably the 1060 out because it's incredibly tight, and I'm going to throw the 980 I got, which is a reference blower, in it. So it'll actually improve performance over the 1060. Where am I going now? Oh, so the other VM. I want to see how much RAM I actually have on this VM. Could have probably just went to Unraid and checked it, but you know, why not just remote to the dang VM itself? Still at 45%. This ain't looking good. The other problem is, Epic, if you try to copy over the files between computers, it won't let you just, it won't do a checksum to see how much is already on the computer. It'll forcibly try to re-download it. Currently, I have 23.5 gig on my main VM. And it is it's a 612, a 6-core, 12-thread, and it's running at 3.8 gigahertz. So, if this doesn't work, I guess I'll just start downloading it on that. But I mean, it's going. It's hitting the D drive, which is the drive that's there. So it's not like crashed. It's just probably painstakingly large. I mean, it is 60 gig, and I've never tried to run it before. So I don't know. I don't know. Oh, 52%. So it just jumped up there a little bit. Now we're hitting the hard drive. Now we're getting somewhere. %. I don't think this processor's ever been hit this hard. I think the hard drive is screaming in pain. Let's see here. This is a WD10 EZEX. Let's Google that and see if I can find out what year-ish that came out. It's probably an older hard drive. I think all of the drives that I have in this thing were salvaged. WDC WD10 EZEX. That's from Dell. No. That's not a blue. Shit, it is a blue. Oops. I had to pick the one that's a frickin' standard desktop hard drive. Come on. Yeah, so for reference, I think this computer currently has one of my first WD Blacks from like, I want to say it's 2010, and it's still running, no problems on it. Knock on like every bit of wood I have. All of the drives in my Unraid server, except for the SSDs, are mostly I think they're 4 terabyte refurbs from HGTC or HGST. That's what they are. Yeah, they're refurb 4 terabytes. I got them for like $75. Oh, we're at 93%. So it is going. It's just gonna be real slow. Let me see here. What other drives do I have in here? I have a 500 gig WD Blue. That came when WD had a promotion on their WD 1 terabyte Black M.2 drives. That is currently my cache drive for my Unraid server. So they were giving out. Oh, come on, man! Memory management? That's a problem. Damn it! I'm trying to think if I have any other RAM I can throw in here. Let's see here. That's DDR3. I had 32 gigs running around. I think currently this VR computer... The VR computer has 16, and I could technically go down to 8 on it. I gotta wonder if the RAM timings are off. Because I want to say I have G-Skill Sniper in here. And I never set the timings on them. Because I changed my memory all around. because, well, I had 32 gigs in here. I didn't need it that much anymore, so I split it up between a bunch of different systems, I think including the VR computer. But that's what these are the things that I mean, though. Like, the FX processors are basically end of life. I mean, it's from 2012, so I mean, it's getting to be 7, 8 years old. So, I mean, all of the parts are just going to start showing age. Check, check. Okay, it's back. Okay, so I wasn't, like, silent that entire time. Alright, let's see. Memory frequency, 1607. CPU temps, 40, 50s. I mean, it's an NHD15 cooler on the thing. And I know it says you have to have a liquid cooler, but the NHD15 is rated for whatever it is, 200-something watts. Advanced memory settings. Memory multiplier. Warning, improper memory clock may cause system to fail. Let's try the XMP profile and see if that crashes. Okay. I think it's back. My network switch just quit. I don't know why. Being in the BIOS apparently broke my Switch. My network switch, not a Nintendo Switch. I don't have a lick of a clue how the heck that could happen. Okay. I set the XMP profile, and now I have internet again. So, okay. For some reason, going to the BIOS broke my, and I'll show it on cam. I'm not going to be afraid. TP link. Right here. I can't tell if you can see or not, because, you know. TP link, 5-port network switch. It just quit. At a total loss. I have no idea what that was all about. So it booted. That's the first time I tried to boot. It booted whatever the XMP profile is. So that's cool. Alright, we're going to try this again. Oh boy. I just wanted of the screen and then square it. That's mostly it. Maybe 360 degree radar if that's like something super simple. I've never looked at Unreal Engine. I've never looked at the mod tool for it. I've never looked at like anything about it. So I have no idea what's gonna happen if I actually get this thing to launch. But the problem is I got to get it to launch. Also, it's saying memory management, so I don't think it's a Windows issue because when I had first moved back to this computer, I just put Windows onto it. I have used driver fusion, I think that's what it's called. Hold please. Not changed the BIOS on this motherboard. Actually, I don't know that there's an updated BIOS 2 put on it. I was looking at mods. There's apparently a better spawns mod I want to try at some point. Gigabyte 990 FX G1 gaming. Here, let my computer that's already struggling struggle harder by looking up websites while it's struggling. Oh, somebody's selling one. I gotta know how much somebody's selling it for. I swear to God, if it's like $300, I need to go find this person and punch him. I think I wouldn't pay more than like maybe $100 at this point. What is this? Currently sold out, so I didn't even tell you. More items to consider. What? Somebody's high. That says it's a GA990XA UD3 AM3 Plus motherboard with a 6100 with a stock AMD cooler, RAM, probably like 8 gig, and a video card for 157. No, if you buy that, please don't buy something like that. If you have 150 bucks, I could probably put you together if you have all the other components except for motherboard, RAM, and processor. You can get even the APUs, the 3200G, I think it is. You can get one of those, like 8 gig of RAM. I think 8 gig of RAM is like 40 bucks. I think. Yeah, because I think 16 gig. I'm doing 16 gig sticks in my Unraid machine for 75 a kit, I think. And or $75 a stick of RAM. So it's 16 gig sticks of RAM, and it's like 75 bucks. So I think you can get 4 gig sticks for like, or 8 gig sticks, sorry. I think you can get 8 gig sticks for like 40 bucks, I think. I don't remember. You know what? No, we're going to find out. We're going to go look. DDR4. Again, let me screw this computer over by hurting it more. So that's 16 gig for 69. So in theory, you could just get an 8 gig stick for about half of that, which would be about 40 bucks. Let's just look 8 gig. Because even if you got 2 4 gig sticks, if you have a 4-slot motherboard, you're not... Realistically, most people probably don't. Why would you buy 8 gig at $75? No, thank you. Why would you buy this for $80 if you can go right over here, spend $20 more, and just get RGB 16 gig RAM? This Aya just used to be a lot cheaper under G-Skill. Okay, I said DDR4 8 gig. Maybe it's because there's space here. Wow, this computer is struggling. It's going to blue screen like any second now, and I'm just going to die laughing. Oh, we're at 95% again. I don't care. Make it hurt. Come on, let's go. Come on. Also, I have no idea if this thing's updating. Probably not. There it goes. Whatever happened, the stream died as well. Oof, weird. Maybe a short. Well, rip TP-Link switch. The switch is working again. It was just because this computer was in the BIOS. I have no idea why the hell that caused it to freak out. Well, right now the whole computer's locking up because it's 100%ing it. Come on now. I just want to look at RAM prices. Oh, jeez. Just show me RAM prices. Come on, let's go. I don't want to make this whole thing into a how to build a computer for $150 stream. Oh, come on. Oh wow, the actual editor crashed because compiler unknown functions. It's still at 100% though. Boom, right here. For G-Skill 5, 8 gig, 2.4. It's only 2400 RAM, but that's enough to get you going. 37 bucks. Boom, 8 gig, 2666, 30 bucks, 28 bucks. You get one of those and you got more RAM than most people. Well, okay, most people probably have 8 at least by now. But still, you can get 2 of those for 60. Of course, it says view detail, so it probably means it's from some third party. Nope, shipped and sold by Newegg. All right, we're gonna throw this in the cart. We're gonna make a budget computer right now. B350, because you might as well just buy last gen if you're buying last gen. You can usually find B4 or B350s for probably about 50 bucks, but it's been a while since I looked them up. MD motherboards. Did it crash out? All right, it just crashed out. So we're going to try to relaunch it. Hopefully it launches this time. If not, Screw it. There's a used... I don't know that I'd buy that. Maybe not that one. Really? $73 is the cheapest B350? I could have swore I saw some B350s in here for way cheaper than that. Of course, it's been a while since I looked at B350 motherboards. $70 for real? What about B450? Boom, 60 bucks. You are better off going to B450. 60 bucks right now on sale. Is it sorted by lower priced? Nope. Remember that. B450 HDV. Boom, cheapest one on here. I don't know that you're going to... I mean, I don't know how many features this actually has that you actually need. Let's see here. B450, it's only got 2 sticks of RAM, so it can only accept 2 sticks. If you don't want to get the smaller one, you could go up to this one. This one has, it's what, $10 more? Well, 11, 12 more dollars. You get 4 sticks. This one has 4. You know what? For the 10 bucks, I would probably go for this one. Why does it have a 1-star review? I have no idea. But I'm sure it's probably fine. You know what? I can't say that I've actually run MSI motherboards, so I have no idea if they're actually good or not. You can't do a whole lot with this motherboard, but you probably aren't going to anyway if you're building a super budget computer. It has a PCI Express slot by 16, obviously. If it takes up this one, it's not going to matter. And it has an extra one down here, so you could put in a USB 3.0 extension card, which I use the crap out of because I use USB ports like crazy. There are no pictures of the back of it, which is kind of weird to me. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time looking at this either. So there's a couple of USB ports here. This is probably your Ethernet and maybe a couple of USBs. So there's at least 4 probably. I can't think of what that is other than USB. So 2, 4, 6 at least. 7. Probably 7 USB ports. This is probably fine. This is fine for a budget motherboard. Takes two SATA slots. That's probably about it. So it's super budget. Super nothing major on it. But it's enough that it'll get you... It'll make you a computer. It'll make you a computer. So here's what I would do. If you were super strapped on the cash and didn't have a lot of hard drive, so if you had a boot SSD and a hard drive, that's going to be about all this will take stock. And if you wanted to upgrade, what I would do, if you don't need a whole butt ton of USB ports, is I would get a PCI Express to SATA, and then that would give you more storage. It's a refurb? Oh, well, I'd still buy it. If you're building a budget computer, like, come on. Is this one new? If this one's new, then I'll go with that. It doesn't say refurb on this one. It says shipped and sold. So this one, the only problem with it is that it has 2 sticks of RAM, not 4. So in theory, you would get the $30 RAM and then ditch it entirely later. So this one does have the ability to take an M.2 slot. I don't know if the other one did. This one can do a graphics card and another PCI Express slot because it puts the 16 one below the by 1. So this one you could do the same thing. If you need more USB ports, you can put a card in it. If you need more SATA ports, you could put a card in it. You couldn't do both. You have to do one or the other. Do you want more storage or do you want more USB ports? That's about the only thing for that you would be able to do. It has 2, 4, 6 USB ports, an HDMI on it you won't ever use. Displays on it you'll never use. Yeah, so there you go. You throw that in there. And then we just need a processor. I'm assuming you already have some form of a graphics card if you're whatevering. Ryzen, come on. Ryzen 1700. What? No. My nose is itching like crazy right now. What about the 1600? 145? These used to be like 117. Amazon. $85 for a 1600 with stealth cooler This has got to be third party. The 2600's 119. 1600's good. I was looking at the 1700. I wanted to know how much it was. What? No, what? That's more reasonable, but that's still way out of the price that I was expecting it to be. Wow, the 1900 is down to 159. How much is the 1950X? Sorry, I'm getting off track here. Dang it. That's my upgrade path, is the 1950X, potentially a 2950X, but I'm not paying that much for it. I paid like $200 for the 1920X back in May. Yeah, it's $200 right now. Like, that's much more reasonable than $500 for, what, 4 extra cores, 8 threads? So yeah, I would probably go with something like this. Is this a refurb? Is that why it's $85? Ships and sold by AMD authorized reseller. Is this a refurb or is it new? Testing. Video encoding represents. Yeah, nobody's saying anything about it being a refurb. I don't think this is a refurb. Usually it says Amazon renewed. But this claims it's actually by AMD. So who's the other one being sold by? Was that 1600? There's a Ryzen 5 1600 AF. That's the same one I'm looking at. I want to know why this one is so much more. It's shipped and sold from IdeaBuy, so this one's a third party. Damn, it's down to $85? So, yeah, this is the build I would go for. I would do these motherboard, this RAM, because then you could still technically get a second stick and have 16 gig of RAM, but that'd be your max for that motherboard. But that'd be enough to get you going. And then I would throw in a 1600 at $85. So what's that come out to be? Like 160, right? So 85 plus, what, 89? 174. How much is this thing on eBay? 157. I think you spend the extra like $15 and do that. That gives you what, 612? Yeah, 6 cores, 12 threads, and current, well, okay, it's not current generation, but it's current series of motherboard, or of processors. Like, Ryzen is still the current thing. FX is a dead platform. I think that's the way you go if you're going to spend $150 and try to get a full set of stuff. If you already have a power supply case, video card, that's your upgrade if you're running something old. That's really not bad. I might be getting a different stream PC coming shortly. Or a different game computer and make the 9590 the stream PC, because that's crazy. This crashed out, right? Like, I didn't retry it after the crash, right? We're just going to end it and then try it one more time. But I'm not going to be searching a bunch of stuff on Newegg and all that other stuff. And we'll see if it runs. See, I wish I could, if no GPU, maybe get the APU. Yeah, if you don't have a GPU, you could probably get away with doing an APU and just using the integrated. I mean, you're not going to be playing Mechwarrior 5 on it, I can tell you that much. But if you don't have, like, if you had a video card that was, hell, even like a 660. I think I ran Mechwarrior 5 on a 660. Where's that at? Oh, I put it in the drawer. Sorry, I hit the mic. Yeah, like an NVIDIA like 660. I mean, I got a 980 on eBay for like 120. So if you have one of those, I'd just buy a used graphics card and get a new processor. It ain't worth the hassle of fighting used hardware for CPU, motherboard, and RAM, in my opinion. I would just buy the previous generation processor and current generation motherboard, like B450. I wouldn't do the X series. It's not, the benefit's not there if you're trying to buy a budget build. Power supplies you can actually get for fairly cheap, even new, like brand new. I don't have any on hand, but I know of a couple, like the Corsair Builder series. I think I got a CX430 and it was like $30 something. So I mean, you could probably put an entire computer together for probably about $300 to $350 if you buy a used graphics card. And maybe not even like a 980. Like, if you could try to find like a 960 or a 970, they'll still play whatever the hell you want. You just have to turn some of the settings down. So I don't see why anybody would, if you're really, really strapped for cash, I don't see why people would buy something like that on eBay, whatever we saw. I will go the EVGA B stock. Yeah, fire sales for PSUs. Yeah, EVGA does good sales sometimes. Heck, I got the one in my Unraid PC is I think it's an EVGA 1000 watt, and I paid under $150 for it at Best Buy. They had a sale on it for whenever I was building it. Let's see here. I built that computer in May, and I bought the power supply way before that. So it might have been like March, April. I'm running the 960 4 gig. It's really the minimum. Yeah, I probably wouldn't try to go much lower than that. I mean, like I said, I got a 980 on eBay for like 120. So I would, like, if I was building a computer really strapped for cash, I would definitely probably just buy that Ryzen 1600. Yeah, everybody says if you jump up to the 2600, it's much better, but if you're that strapped for cash, you don't have an extra $40 and you want to save that for the graphics card, it'll still play whatever you want. It'll do whatever you want. I'm doing everything I want on a 9590 from 7 years ago. Except for run this editor, apparently. Barely not enough for Need for Speed Heat. You know. The 960 wasn't that great of a card to begin with, I don't think. I think that's the one that they had that 3.5 gig of VRAM on it. But it's still the point. Like, I definitely was playing Mechwarrior 5 on a GTX 770. I don't know what they're going for, and I don't want to pull up in a web browser at this point. I want to see if this is actually going to load, or if this entire stream, I've just wasted 41 minutes of just waiting for this thing to load. In which case, I'll have to wait for it to re-download 60 gig, and then I'll be able to try it on my Unraid VM. Oh, it's a 970. I don't remember what it was. It might have been. I don't think I'm running out of RAM, because it's not pegging out the RAM. It shot up to like 10 or 11 gig, but then it came right back down. Right now, it's worrying me because the hard drive's not even being hit for anything. It didn't crash out again, and I force closed it. I mean, it's still using the processor heavily. So here's the other thing that I have a kind of problem with. The fact that they released the mod tool with literally everything they used to build Mechwarrior 5. I didn't see a spec sheet anywhere. I don't want to go into a whole lot of digging while this is trying to load, if it's going to load. But you would think that if you can run Mechwarrior 5 decently enough, it would let you... Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, I can't even right-click the game to go to the store page from the dang... Okay, you can go to it here, But you would think you can like right click it or something and go to it. Because let me see over here. If you go... Okay, I guess on Steam it's the same thing. But when you're in here and looking at this view, it's right there in front of your face. It's not like right there. Alright, now that I know what's there, that's not bad. But you would think like the way that they have this laid out, that you could just right click it. Oh, this view sucks. Nope. But there's no dots next to the editor either. Alright, store page. Let's see if they even mention it on the Epic Store. Standard and Deluxe. Full game. PDF manual. 57% recommend it. Oof. 80 out of 100 by PC Gamer. That's gotta be biased. IGN now, come on. You people don't know Mechwarrior. I don't. PC Gamer and IGN, I feel like, are just mainstream gamers at this point. They don't dig into shit anymore. There's no mention of the editor even anywhere in here. Fight together. Fight alongside your friends with 4-player PvE co-op support. No rating. I'm assuming that's ESRB rating. You can see additions. It's just playing a YouTube trailer. YouTube trailer, YouTube trailer, YouTube trailer, YouTube trailer. And reset. Oh, this better not be. Oh my god. That is incredibly loud. I am so mad right now. Everybody that watched my rant video should know what video this is. If this is false. No, this is false advertisement. No. This is false advertisement is what the hell this is. They need to take this off. They need to take this off of the damn page. Oh my god, I am so mad. I am so mad right now that this is the video they have on the frickin' homepage on the Epic Store. Dude, this is false advertisement at its frickin' finest. Holy crap. Oh my, I'm so mad. They need to take this down. I understand it's, even here it's claiming, like, it's straight from their YouTube page, pre-alpha footage. I completely understand that, but this is not the game. This is not Mechwarrior 5. This is a different game entirely that I wish we would have got. This is not Mechwarrior 5. Oh, bruh. This is false advertisement is what that is. What is this one?
You'll
If you're hearing this one, it means it was our last.
I don't know that we heard this.
If you're hearing this one, it means it was our last.
We never heard this.
Your father and I started with nothing.
Whoa! That is not Rihanna. That is not Rihanna's voice.
Everything we built was meant for you.
I don't even think that's Mason, or not Mason, Mason's father's voice. At least not from the most recent recording I heard of him.
What we can't pass down to you, you'll reclaim for yourself.
Okay, is that the mother?
It was our last.
Your father and I.
Your father and I. Okay, so that's okay, so it's not Rihanna.
Started with nothing.
But there was no okay, I'm close to the end of the campaign. I know I've got to be close to the end of the campaign. I've never heard any mention of a mother.
Everything we built was meant for you.
And that still does not sound like
what we
Nikolai.
Can't pass down to you, you'll reclaim for yourself.
Our legacy will guide you if you choose to follow it.
Over time,
This symbol hasn't shown up in this game at all.
you'll forge your own.
You were born for this.
Reactor online.
That's not even what the bitching Betty sounds like anymore. This is Mechwarrior. This is straight out of Mechwarrior Online's bitching Betty.
Online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
And I understand a bunch of stuff changes between teasers and all that, but you don't change. That's a lot that got changed and ripped out. Also, the editor is loading. Okay, the LRM's changed entirely. Look at the, bro, look at this UI! Yo! This is making me mad. Yo, this is making me so mad. Look at this UI! This was 27, this is a year later than the other video. 1 year later than the other video. And it's, look at this UI. It's, the map is right there in the center. Yeah, it doesn't have the, that's a perfect map. That is great. The speed's right there on the left. The heat's on the right. I think that maybe that's how it's supposed to be. Fucking choking up here. They're floating. They're actually like, they look like they're attached to the mech and swaying around when you're whipping around instead of it being locked onto your screen like they promised in the AMAs. Like, that's cool. That's cool that the UI is shifting around and moving around when you whip around. That's actually cool. Okay, this might be a little bit small, but that's still kind of okay because it puts it right in the middle where it's supposed to be. Bruh, 2017 and they had a good UI. No, I still like that original 2016 teaser better than this, but this is still cool. That is zoomed in way farther than we can zoom in. We can zoom in 2x. That's at least 6. Can I see I can't full screen. It won't even let me full screen it here. Oh, I can't read it. Oh, I can't read it. It's against the sun. That's 1x. Can I frame by frame it? Can I full screen this? No. I think that's a 3. I can't full screen this. And I don't want to open a web browser because it might break something. Because this is still loading assets in the background. So I'm not technically wasting time at this point. I don't know. That was way further than 2x. Oh, there it is again. I still can't read it. And it's playing in HD. Oh, I can go a little bit higher. That says 8. No, it's 3x. There it is right there. You can see it clearly. I mean, y'all probably can't because compression, but trust me, that says 3. Still, that's, bruh. I would have loved the 3x zoom. The 2x just isn't enough. This UI, dude, this is actually cool. Yeah, no, the fact that it moves around and looks like it's a part of the mech, that is all things that they claimed in the AMA, and this is true to that. I actually don't mind this, how it actually has like an edge display. I don't mind it. I'm not a huge fan of that, but I don't mind it. This is cool. The text down here is actually easier to read, even on in a shrink down screen, than it is in that black and white crap. The Metro, the minimalist UI. This is false advertisement. I'm sorry. They need to take that shit down. They need to either redo these or just take it down. That makes me so mad. What is this? MetCon 2018. Let's go. Let's see what changed between 2018. This is a year later after it. Here's another, I'm assuming that's the mother speaking, and the entire the campaign never mentions her mother.
Death comes for...
We kind of saw some of the lockers in the very beginning. Maybe I can walk back up there and go through it. I haven't tried it, but I won't knock points off for the lockers because technically they are there, even if this isn't in there.
us all. But for you...
It looks much better on this. Like that shot right there, that looks much better than it did when I was first in that room.
But for you, not today.
This I don't mind. They technically did show us this. Oh, this is the training mission when you first see the Victor from the training mission, but they changed the color scheme on it. I'm not mad about that. This is straight out of the fight sequence from the beginning. Yeah, straight out of the fight sequence in the beginning during the training mission. That flag is not anywhere in this game. I don't even know what flag it is. I'm not super huge on the... Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I think this is. I think this is our flag because we can't change it at all. You don't get to customize it. That's literally the shot of them after they shot the Victor from the tutorial. So this one... Okay, so this one's a little bit more true. Except for the mother's voice.
The stars. Rebuild and avenge us.
I have a problem with that line. Rebuild and avenge us. This isn't Mechwarrior Vengeance, it's mercenaries. See, these got me hyped. Every one of these I loved until I've seen the actual game now. This was kind of dumb. I was like, why can't you people shoot? But like the whole time I was watching this, I was like, yes, let me play that. Let me play that. Let me play that. What we got is not that. I get it. This is just beauty shots. I'm not mad about that not being in the game. This I thought was kind of cheesy, but I get it. I haven't played on any missions that look like this. But all of this I was super hyped for. Like all of these videos I didn't have problems with. I was just like, yes, let me be a part of that. Yes. And then it has to show you upgrading your mechs. Still kind of thought this was all cheesy because you never, well, whatever. Damn, still compiling shaders in the background. Okay, so in 2018, they were starting to be like, okay, we need to start locking down what we're going to be doing. But the mother thing and the whole, you must avenge us thing, I could have went without that. So this one was much more true, but they also didn't show off a whole lot.
Literally, the stars. Reach
This is straight from the game.
of
Yeah, this was straight from the game. Walkthrough. I've never seen this.
We've taken a job where
I wonder if it actually does change. This is a Shadowhawk with a, I can only assume to be a Rack 5. Yeah, UAC 5. I wonder if I actually took a Shadowhawk and put that on it, if it would actually fit on it. What is this? Okay, it is a 6D. So maybe on a 6D it would actually change geometry.
our objective is to
I think that's a
destroy an
60, I
enemy
can't
supply
tell.
depot, and you've jumped into the middle of action.
Because that's actually kind of cool. But I don't know if it would actually change if I put that on a Shadowhawk. I don't think it did on my Dragon. Unless this specific mech has that geometry. This stream of Mechwarrior 5 is bruh. Well, okay, we went from I was trying to do the dang mod editor to what the fuck. because I had to go see if they mentioned the mod editor on the Epic Store, and now we got this.
A bigger, more powerful mech. We'll spend time with our new Atlas, which we can custom paint. The star
You know what? I did see this. I did see this.
got an enemy
I kind of fucking hated it. Because this whole thing was just like, what the fuck are you even trying to say?
destruct field.
Yeah, this whole launch trailer was kind of dumb. It's just a whole bunch of mechs walking. Also, I love the fact that they show a Night Star. Spoiler alert. This pisses me off the most, is the fact they even put the damn MechCon 2016 on the store page. Because, okay, not gonna lie. Before the game came out, I was paying attention to every one of these. And every one of these, I was like, yes, 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 I'm buying it, I'm buying it, I'm buying it. Hype, hype, hype. I pre-ordered it because I was like, it's Mechwarrior. I gotta support Mechwarrior because I want to see Mechwarrior succeed and be what it is. And like this video right here got me so hyped, so fucking hyped. I was just like, I need this, I need it, I need it, I need it. And then they were like, coming, coming, coming. Now we're 4 years later, and it's nothing like this. And I understand games change from conception to finalized product. I get that. How do you take all of those great features that were clearly working and just right out the window? Even 2018, or is it the 2018 or 2017? Like the year after it, the UI in that one was fine. And they just, nope. We want to make it white to look like Battletech because we got to be just like all the other MechWarrior universe games. Come on, man. Can we do anything in here yet? Failed to load. Great. What's failing to load? New plugins are available. Okay. Holy crap, there's a lot of stuff in here. Still compiling shaders, got about 6,000 to go. What are we using to compile it? So it is using my graphics card a little bit. My 980 Ti. A little bit, not a whole lot. So it is compiling stuff in the background, it seems. Hopefully not on my C drive, because that's going to suck. I had about 65 gig. Oh, I didn't like that. My G drive? Oh, I think it was just loading up the drive. So it would show me this. I think it is using my C drive, and that's a problem. Something's writing to it. And that's a problem. Okay, it's not that big a deal as long as it doesn't try to write the entire like 60 gig that the game is on my C drive. That's gonna suck. Movie players, movie capture. Whoa, what? Oh, these are all plugins. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. These are apparently Epic Game stuff. Alright, we're just gonna like minimize that. This is the message log. Failed to load game levers. Encounter system. Encounters common. Generator turret relation pool. Generator turret relation pool. Referenced by generator details. We're just going to clear those. I don't think I need those. Source control is disabled. Compiler log. That kind of thing. Okay. This looks more like a map editor. Okay, so there's a folder in here for AI. I'm not messing with AI. I want like UI. Can I go up? How do you go up folder? There it is, content. UI. Battle grid. Yeah. Okay, battle grid widget. Opening editor. It's probably not going to do it for a while. No animation selected. Oh, you know what? This is the B button, the battle grid. So if you hit B, it comes all the way up. That's what this is going to be. Also, I probably shouldn't be trying to make it play a bunch of stuff if I don't have all the shaders compiled. Oh. Oh. What? Okay, I gotta turn the volume down. Oh, no way. It's literally gonna run the game. That's kind of cool. Interesting. So if you hit play, it plays the game. Version 1.0. I don't know. I don't actually know what version I'm running. I did not expect it to do this. That's for sure. I definitely did not expect it to actually try to run the game in the editor tool. I mean, that makes sense. Again, I've never used an Unreal Engine. I've never done any mods a day before in my life, so I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I'm literally just trying to go in here to move the UI elements around. That's what I'm looking for. I don't even want to change a whole lot of it. I just, if I could just rearrange the stuff on it, that's all I really want. System information. UI screens component. Tutorial texture, social overlay. That would be like friends list, I think. Player options, front end. You can change the font, that'd be kind of cool. What's components? Contract panel. Enum, home screen, materials, player comms. Hey, player comms panel, that's the top. That's got to be the communications thing. Or it's to communicate with your human teammates. Bad connection widget. So if you have a bad connection, it'll just pop up and tell you stuff. Close button, that's going to be up in the corner. Launch button, that's going to be the button down here probably. Progression bar, that's probably going to be the little progression bar when you're doing the thing. Okay, so this is all like out of the game UI, probably. Maybe it's going to be objects. Dropships. No, objects looks like it's more. Yeah, objects is more of like physical things. Launch a game in the editor, that's new. Well, I mean, I've never used Unreal Engine 4. It might just be... I mean, this is literally the Unreal Engine editor. So, it could just be... That's what it is. Icons? Okay, so these are actual... What the hell icon is that? That's not in this game. That's got to be like a default one. Same with all these. These have got to be like defaults. These aren't in this game. Okay, this is as high as I can go. Alright, content. Yeah, this is the same thing right here. So, content is the last folder I can go up to. I just want to change the UI of the mech. I don't want to do anything really until this finishes. When this finishes, I will, I'll try to click around in here and get to like an instant action and see if it'll like highlight things for me. And then see if I can like do stuff with it. honestly, in this game, I'm not gonna mess with the AI any, because that's gonna be way above my scope of ability to do anything. I just want to shift around where everything's laid out. So I want to put the biggest things for me is I want to put the map in the middle, the speed on the left, and the heat on the right. I'm pretty sure that's how I want it to be laid out. And that's all I want to do. I don't like everything else is fine for right now. That's the only thing that continuously bugs me every time I play this damn game. So I'm going to go through my channel, find where I played Mechwarrior 4. Okay, there's Mechwarrior 3. 3 had the map in the top left corner. And I hated it, because I played Mechwarrior 4 forever. Yes, Mechwarrior 3 had the map in the top left corner. And the heat all the way on the left side, as well as the coolant. So I don't want to play like Mechwarrior 3, I want to play like Mechwarrior 4. Keep going. I know it's been a long time since I've actually played through Mechwarrior 4 on my channel. Let's see here. That's when we played WoW for like a day. Just couldn't get into it. I did a little bit, but wasn't that bad. There it is. Mechwarrior 4 Merc's entire playthrough. 10.5 hours. In one sitting. So Mechwarrior 4, they put speed on the right and heat on the left. So that's how I'm going to put this game, if I can do that. If I can figure out how to move all the stuff around. Because I want it to be, like, as soon as I get the UI laid out where it's supposed to be, everything in my head is just going to instantly go right back to Mechwarrior 4 and I'll be right at home. So I would like to put the map in the middle, the enemy on this bottom left corner, which I think right now is me, and then I want to put me in the bottom right corner. And then I'm going to take the weapons and put it in the top right. If I can't figure out how to do all that, I at least want to move the map towards the middle, because that's an entirely empty space and it's fine. So those are my goals, is to attempt to move those elements around. Wow, this computer is just pegged at 100%. Well, 90%, it's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. I want to prove to people that the 9590 can still hold its own, okay? It's still a good processor. Oh boy. I don't need to upgrade. You need to upgrade. I don't know, for 175 or 100, what was it? I think it was 175. Is that how much it was? 174. I'm pretty sure that I might be just rebuilding a new machine and gutting something. I'm trying to think if I have another power supply running around. I don't think so. That might be the one thing I don't have running around right now. I think I used everything. Yeah, because that's the fractal power supply that came with the 6800K, the AMD 6800K, mind you, not the Intel one. That's got my AX 760 in it. I want to say the 6800K has the CX 430 in it, or it's on the shelf in the living room. One of the two. Oh, the shader's finished. Oh, hey, look, there we go. Now my CPU is happy. So, when you first launch the editor, it seems... Wow, really, OneDrive? Get out of here. When you first run it, it's going to compile everything, and then it'll calm down. So, now it seems to have calmed down. Can I stop simulation and then play simulation? So, it's not playing the background. Okay, I'm not loading... Okay, this is mine. You know what? Let me make a backup of it right now. Where do they save the files? Users, app data, local, Mechwarrior 5, intermediate? That's new. This has got to be for the editor. Saved is the one I want, and I'm going to go to a different drive entirely. MW5 game save 115. Alright, I have now offloaded all of my save games to a different drive entirely. So I'm gonna go in the second one. This one should have been Layfon's. Unknown save. Yeah, 5124. We're in like 7,000 something, I think. So this is gonna be a while ago. Okay, so this doesn't actually fit in here either. I clicked it. I don't know what's gonna happen. Oh, there it goes. Shift F1 for mouse cursor. Ah, okay. Yeah, it is entirely running the game, it seems. Is the stream actually running? It seems like it. So I'm not freaking that out yet. Oh, compiling shaders. Oh, this is going to take a long time because it's going to have to compile shaders for that. So I'm assuming the first time you try to do literally anything, it's probably going to compile shaders for it. So the first time you try to do probably anything, it's going to be real slow. I mean, it is what it is. We're just going to keep pushing. I mean, unless the computer blue screens again, or if it just fails to run, I'm going to keep trying. I want to get to the point that I can see the... Okay, well, here's HUD right here. But I want to get to the point where I can see that. I'll pause, and then I'll see if I can highlight elements or whatever it is and start moving stuff around and see how it... The thing I'm probably most worried about right this second is they said they said they need a way to package mods and distribute them. I don't know if that means if I make a change here in this editor, if I have to recompile the entire game, and if somebody wanted to use that, they would have to import my entire compile of the game. I don't know how mods work. I know that some people have like pack files, and it just references that to change whatever they want to change. My knowledge on... Okay, that's a lot of shaders it's going to have to... Damn. It just rendered like 20,000. Alright, we're going to be here for a little bit, it seems. Well, wait. Now I know why they had to strip out everything. They ran out of time because they had to compile it 17,000 times. Oof. Oof. Yeah, there's another like 10,000 shaders that's going to have to compile. Jesus. Good lord. Oh, I'm using 12 gig of RAM now. It looks like this RAM is liking the XMP profile though, so that's a good sign. Yeah, this is quite interesting. 9590 screaming in pain. I don't think it is. I think it's fine. I think it's perfectly happy. I think it's like, why are you making me work this hard after you replaced me? But other than that, I don't think I have Afterburner on here. There it goes. Now it's freaking out. Now it's like, oh god, I can't keep up. It's probably losing clock cycles as we speak. Yeah, I don't see Afterburner in here. Oh, there it is, Afterburner. Do we chance it? We do. Oh god, we're back up to 10,000 shaders apparently. It's probably literally sitting here losing clock cycles. It's probably like... Oh, whoa, oh, oh. I don't know if y'all heard that, but the damn graphics card just spun all the way up. Dang, that thing gets loud. This might be kind of loud, but I want to see how loud they actually get. They were louder than that. I don't know what that was all about. Hey, now it's sitting at a cool 40 degrees Celsius. That's that ACX 2.0 cooler for you. Thanks, EVGA. All right, we can turn this back down. There's power, fan speed. Yeah, I just revved it way the heck up. 3,800 is what it put it at. It actually over revved the fans. It went up to 3,800, and when I just maxed it out, it went to 3,300. So it went up 500 more RPM. That, bruh. There's CPU temps. So even though we're at 90%, the NHD 15 is keeping it at 50, 56, 59. It's keeping it right in there. I mean, we're still rendering shaders. This number's still going down. Can I pause the simulation without breaking something? Okay, I paused the simulation. I'm hoping that it'll render faster while it's paused. These numbers aren't changing. $95.25. Still at 95%, 99% on the CPU. Unreal Editor is using 60%. No, okay, yeah, it's still changing. Damn. Compiler workers only using 40%. 6% times 4, so 6, 12, 24, 24%. But the Unreal Editor itself is actually using a whole butt ton of oh my oh, this might not work tonight, bruh. Holy crap. How many shaders is it? Well, okay, I get it, I guess, but damn. You know, if it has to do this every time you launch this editor, if it has to recompile literally everything about this game every time, that's gonna suck. Also, I need to check now if it is using my C drive. I need to see if I can move where it's compiling to. Because if I run out of C drive space, it ain't gonna happen if I run out of C drive space. Project settings. Hey, project thumbnail. Project version. Point whatever the company name. Not Piranha Games. There's a start in VR button. That's interesting. Wow, mouse lag. 30, we're up to 30,000 shaders, yo. Holy crap. Let's try somewhere else. Yeah, now I'm getting a whole bunch of mouse lag. Well, when I was focused on the... Yeah, when I focus on the Unreal Editor now, I'm getting a bunch of mouse lag. I have world settings and then project settings. I'm assuming it would be under project somewhere in here. Editor, texture import. I'm looking for like shaders. Rendering overrides. Those are just force. Oh my god, this is atrocious. Rendering settings. Come on. MSAA. That's for mobile. Let's just convert it to a mobile game. That seems like it's a great idea. Ray tracing. Oh, that's checked. That might be a problem. General settings. Screenshot save. Large font. Material preview. This mouse is insanity. Ray tracing on a 980 Ti. I don't think it's, well, I mean, it ain't even in the mech lab yet. And then it's not. It ain't doing nothing. Compute. Graphics 1. What the hell? Why is this opening? I didn't click Firefox. Get out of here. It's not using compute. Or graphics. Compute. Okay, it's using a little bit of compute 0. Copy. A couple of times, but not a whole lot. I don't think legacy overlay is going to have anything. Second copy, there's a couple of big spikes in there. Yeah, nothing for VR. So it's literally just software rendering on the 9590 for the most part. We're up to 34,000 shaders. Good lord. Alright, the mouse has smoothed out a little bit. A little bit. All settings. Oh, that's, no, we're not going through that. Let's go to the other computer and Google Unreal Engine shader compile location. Easy way to force compile all shaders. Is there an easy way to force an entire folder or the editor to compile all? Editor slowly compiling shaders every time I want to look at a mesh. So you do have to just sit here and let it chug every time? That's terrible. That is gonna be terrible. UE4 compiling shaders is super slow. No wonder they had to scrap so much if that's the case. Where does UE4 compile shaders? They are stored in the derived data cache. They contain in their key a hash of all inputs to the compile, including shader source files. That means that changes to shader source files are automatically picked up every time you relaunch the engine or do a recompile shaders changed. Can you change that? So it is a derived data cache. So derived data cache UE4. Okay, how to change local data cache location from 2015. If you work with Unreal Engine 4, you probably know what derived data cache is. There's a nice article about it, blah, which also explains how to change location to use change the location you use to share your DDC with other people. But what if you want to change the location of the DDC itself? Your local cache by default. The local cache uses your engine-derived data cache folder. What if you move it to another location, for example, to a separate hard drive? You can. There's another environment variable you can set. Just set it to any path you want. I haven't tested it on a binary build. Okay, where do you change? Okay, let's go to this article. You can use a shared DDC. A part of me almost would do that on my NAS, because if I did that on my NAS and I did put the editor on the other computer, on my 1920X computer, I could just use the same place. Just set up a shared DDC, override paths, or depending on where you use the binary, install from the Epic Games Launcher, compile from source, declaring the following section in your game default engine.ini. This section is originally declared in the base engine INI, where the paths are set to Epic's internal DDC share. Redeclare the section and change the path to a point share on your network. Okay. It doesn't tell me where. Maybe. This is the editor. See, like, when it hits launch, where does it go? There's the U project, shaders, config, default editor. I think I'm just gonna have to let it sit here and do what it's gonna do. The building mesh distance fields is still going up, and so is the compiling shaders. Yeah, I think I'm gonna want to use a shared DDC as soon as possible. Where the hell do you change it at? Override the paths for the installed derived data backend. Is there a... Can you search the settings? Search details. Where'd my mouse go? And my computer just shit the bed. Yeah, I'm pretty sure right now it's screaming. Now it's just like, brah! I don't know if you, I don't know if you need to set where you're compiling stuff to before Unreal Engine actually starts. That's what I'm looking for. So I know what it's called now. It's derived data cache. But I don't know where that is. So for Windows, path equals / wherever. / wherever. And I put that in default engine.ini. The section is originally declared in the base engine.ini, so I can just change it on both. Satellite studios working out of a single shared code base can set the UE shared data environment variable to a path that all users at each location can read and write to. This allows each location to have its own shared DDC. No, lone developers or developers working remotely generally just use a local DDC. To tell the engine to not use a shared DDC, use one of the following methods. Pass. Building derived data. The user who imports the asset is the one who builds the derived data, since they'll most likely be using and testing the asset in the engine. However, there may be occasions when a new asset needs to be processed. This happens automatically on a as-needed basis and should not result in much of an impact when running on fast hardware, though there may be an occasional stall. You can fill your DDCs at any time by running the following command. Where do you run commands at? I need to like find a crash course like hell for this. Yeah, because at this point it's been like an hour and a half. Granted, like 20 minutes of that was me ranting, but it was because I was waiting for the damn editor to launch. And another like 20 minutes was troubleshooting hardware because blue screen. Honestly, I was sincerely just hoping that it would be as easy as pop into this, find it, and then just click and drag. But clearly, that ain't how easy it is, apparently. Is the mesh distance field still going up? It is. Damn it. I still don't have mouse control either. That's starting to worry me. There it is. The mouse got stuck, like under something. Interesting. Derived. How do you spell it? Make sure I'm spelling it right. D-E-R-I-V. Okay, so it's not in project settings. Default engine. Derived. Derived data backend. Engine derived data cache. Engine pack. Okay, so now let's go back to this. So this is default engine.ini. Depending on whether you use the binary by declaring the following section in your game's default INI. The section is originally declared in the base engine where paths are set to Epic's internal share. So what am I changing in here? So it's showing me installed derived data backend. Installed derived data backend. But this is this is close to what it's showing me. Here's DDC, environment path. There's this environment path. It's saying UE shared data cache path. So what if I do, all right, let's search this. UE dash shared data cache path. Cannot find. Can set the UE shared data cache variable. So I just searched for it. Yeah, it's not in here. Let's just do shared data cache. Oh, I put DADA. Oops. Okay. Okay, so these are the two inv path override. Okay, here's, okay, inv path override UE local data cache path. So I should be able to, I'm going to have to probably close out of this whole game and let it recompile. Okay, so it closed. Make sure it actually closed. Why is the Epic Launcher not Unreal Editor? I closed it. What? Alright, there it goes. It's counting down. I want this to go all the way away before I make changes to this. So in theory, if I'm reading this correctly, I changed this to shared data cache path equals backslash backslash my unraid system backslash DDC. And I'm going to have to go into my NAS and make a new user for it because this is a different user. Users, add user. Invalid username because you can't put capitalized stuff. And then shares, and then unraid NAS, and give that user read-write permissions. And then go to it. Unraid NAS. And then in theory, there will be a DDC volume in there. Or folder. In theory. After I rerun it. So I control S and save this. This is the default engine INI. And it's telling me I can change it there. Or the base engine INI. Engine config. Base engine. Shared data cache. Alright, so technically I can put it here too. UE. What? For Windows, path equals. This is actually got a lot of them in here. Derived backend. See, this says installed derived backend. Okay, compiling from source. Derived data backend graph. So yeah, right in here. And then it wants me to change. Okay, so folders to clean. Alright, here's path. Okay, this is the only part it wants me to change. Shit, I need to go back and change that other one back. So path equals 192.168.8827 backslash unraid NAS backslash DDC. Save. Okay, so that's shared. Right? Right. What else does it want me to change? engine pack, engine deer derived data cache, game deer derived data cache. In theory, this is correct. Editor override settings, shared derived data cache. So it's gonna, if it can read a shared cache, it's going to use a shared cache, is how I'm reading that. If it can't, then it won't. It'll use a local. I think I don't even know where the hell I went to change that other one. The base editor? No. What is it? Default engine INI and base engine. So default engine INI. Let's just go into here and search default. Oh, that's a problem. Alright, there it is. Default engine. No, you know what? I think I'm going to leave this like it is, because I still think this could be right. Because it's saying inv path override the shared data cache path. No, I'm gonna delete it. I'm just gonna delete it back to that. Wait, local. Yeah, I'm gonna change this back to local. Because here's the shared one. This is the shared line. This is the local line. So if it does a local one, this is where it would be. If it does a shared one, this is where it would be. So here's shared. Path FS1 builds ghost content share 4231 DDC. This one's default engine, but it's telling me on that page to set up a shared DDC, override paths for the installed derived data backend. This is just derived data backend. This one isn't the other one. Oh, there's a lot of default engines, isn't there? What's the other one? Base engine. Depending on whether you use binary. It looks like it did use compiling from source, from what I can tell from this page. By declaring the following section in your game's default engine, the section is originally declared in the base engine, where the paths are set to Epic's internal DDC share. Redeclare the section and change the paths to point to a share on your network. So this is saying it's on both. So base engine is this one. And I need to change. This is still just, it's not installed. It's not installed derived data backend. It's okay, the Epic Games Launcher version is installed derived data backend. Compiling from source is derived data backend. This is so confusing. This documentation is trash. Satellite Studios working out of a single shared code base can set the UE shared data cache path environment variable to a path that all users at each location can read and write to. For example, UE shared data cache path equals. Do I have to change that for every one? Like, dude. Using a local DDC. Lone developers or developers working remote can just use a local DDC. Tell the engine not to use a shared DDC. Use one of the methods below. This documentation is absolute trash. To set up a from the beginning, to set up a shared DDC, override the paths for the installed derived data backend graph or derived data backend graph. So derived data backend path is this. I'm in the right section. Depending on whether you use the binary install from the Epic Games or compile from the source. I think that the editor we have is compiled from the source. By declaring the following section in your game's default engine INI. So this is base engine. So we are going to go back to the default engine. DFAULT engine. God, I hate Windows Indexer. Alright, we're in the default engine, and we are going to search for this. It is the derived data backend. Depending on whether you use the compiled, by declaring the following section in your game's default engine INI. This section is originally declared in the base engine INI, where the paths are set to Epic's internal DDC share. Redeclare the section and change the paths to point to a share on your network. For Windows, path equals mystudio.net DDC. Okay. Choose your installation method. Let me see if I can use Synergy and just copy and paste this. Because I need to see... Ooh, what the hell? Copy. Notepad. Paste. Yes. Thank you, Synergy. Alright, so this is the default engine. We're just going to get rid of that one for right now. We're going to go line by line and see what changes that they want me to make. God, this is so freaking terrible. Derived data backend graph. Alright. We're going to leave most of this the same unless it's something to do with the data cache. So boot. Data cache boot. This one's 512, this one's 256. This is the one straight from Epic. It wants me to have a max size of 256. Gigabytes? Megabytes? Kilobytes? I'm assuming bytes, so I don't know what the hell that means. Derived data cache boot DDC. That's fine. It's wanting to put it in the game directory. Those are fine. This number is the only thing that changes. Local file system. False, false. Those are the same. Purge transient, true. The one from them is saying unused file age 19. On Mechwarriors is 10. I'm going to leave it to theirs. I'm only looking for DDC, apparently. Folders to clean. Right there. Path. DDC. This has got something else here. Max file checks per second. And then path is this. So this is saying change it to path to your thing. Okay, so I'm going to change this. I'll leave the quotations because that's probably good to leave in there. I'm going to put // my IP address of my server / /DDC. Control S. I don't have a second location. I'm not putting a second one in there. I'm just going to leave that one default. Don't care. Is there anything else in this I need to change? Pack. No. Okay. Alright, that's the default engine. Now we need to do the same thing for base engine. Probably should have just copied and pasted. It's fine. Path. Right there. 192.168.8827 unraid NAS DDC. I'll put the quotations on it. That way I know it's going to work. Because, heaven forbid, if I do all this and it doesn't work. Save, save, save. Don't save. Don't sync. Alright, now we're going to go launch the editor. And then I'm going to go check my NAS and see if it's going to use that to put stuff on. Because that would be cool. Why that isn't just a setting in the editor itself. I don't. That's not even Mechwarrior's fault. That's Unreal Engine's fault. That's Unreal's problem for not putting just putting it in as a damn text editor, so you can be like, hey, change my default cache location to this. I guess the people that should be using. I just want to move the UI. That's all I want to do. That's it. Legitimately it. Hell, I need to go into my 1920X computer and start downloading the editor since it's 60 gig. Actually, I do wonder if, yeah, I don't know why these keep failing. I'm not going to worry about that too much. Alright, we're going to try to start this. Oh, it's discovering asset data first, probably. Crap. Probably should have waited to click that. Bitch, I paused. Alright, well, it's not compiling yet, so that's a good sign. I just lost my mouse again. There it is. That's an interesting thing. If you lose your mouse on it, you just hit the Windows key and it'll come back, it seems. Discovering asset data, that should be the D drive. It is. It's not crying yet. Compiling shit there. Okay, there's a little bit of shaders. Let's go see if it's actually doing anything on the NAS. It did not make a thing for DDC. So, I'm not going to keep fighting that. I don't know what that's all about. I did exactly what the website told me to do. What from Unreal Engine themselves, what their page told me to do, and it didn't work, it seems. That sucks. Your frame rate has been under 10 FPS for the past 30 seconds. No shit. Well, I guess we can reference their tweet. Their tweet that says, "We wanted to get the mods or get the tools out to the modders' hands ASAP." Yeah, so they can spend 3 days trying to compile your damn software. Some like Unreal professional that uses it to actually make good games is probably gonna look at this and just be like, "What the fuck?" 1 at me, 2 at PGI, for probably how they've actually done everything in it. Oh, it's just funny. Today's stream is Troubleshooting Unreal Engine Editor. It's true. It is actually, that's absolutely true. It's what the title says. Trying the Mechwarrior 5 mod editor. Trying is the key word here. Sorry, wife aggro. $30,000 compiler. Rip compiling shaders again. I think it's the same ones that it was trying to do before. So I think it did keep whatever ones it did currently have. I just still don't know how to change where it's saving them to. Oh god, I clicked OneDrive. That was a mistake. I don't know where to change where it's saving to, so it's probably going to fill up my C drive, and then I'm not going to have any fucking space on my C drive. Yeah, fuck you, OneDrive. I can't believe it's that hard to change where you're saving your cache to. I physically cannot believe that it's a freaking text document that you have to go change to change where it's saving your cache to. That's insanity. Let's see if there's any videos on it. Maybe I'm just dumb. How to change UE4 derived data cache. Oh god, this dude's some other language. I know y'all can't see this. Sorry. Uh-huh. Do I have to call it something? So if I go into here and make the folder, will it work? 192.168. Because usually if you tell it to go somewhere, it'll just make the folder. I'm really about to break this. Because what he just said, I mean, I have no idea if this dude's on his stuff or not, but this is Terra UMA with 262 subscribers. I don't want to force close this while it's compiling. I just need it to close, please. Thank you. And then I think I can just reopen it, because it should just reload the text document and try. Because what he just said is he has to first go make the folder. And if that's all I have to do, cool, but I don't know. I'm still waiting on it to calm down. It's probably got to finish whatever shader it was currently on before it shuts down. I don't know, I'm speculating. Alright, well, I'm waiting on this shutdown. I keep watching his video, I guess. Why are you making like 3 subfolders? He did Unreal Engine DDC normal derived data cache. I mean, I guess he just wants more folders. Whatever. Damn, Unreal. The hell? There it goes. I heard the fans go down. Base engine INI. Uh-huh. He's not going to show me how to do a networked one, though. Derived data backend graph. Alright, so he's saying if you wanted to change it to even a local one, you go to the, what was it, base engine INI? And everything that says derived data cache. Every time. If it says the game deer boot DDC, you know what? Yeah, I'm just going to change it to a local drive. That way at least it's using something here. Kind of want to put it on a separate drive entirely. We'll use disk H. So he's using E, so I'm going to do H colon, not that, colon, slash Unreal Engine DDC slash derived data cache. I'll do that. I'm trying to do it so at least it's semi-matching somebody else's. That way I can troubleshoot it better if I have to. And then derived data cache. And then I typed Unreal wrong. So copy. This is folders to clean. What am I under? Drive data backend graph? Yes. So we changed the boot. Local. Yes. Put the quotations so it will 100% go there. I'm going to try to leave this one there. For him, he does not have a shared one actually in here at all. Okay, so now find next, find next, find next. So he's saying delete the boot.ddc. It's already deleted. So everything that says derived data cache. So wrap around. Editor setting local derived. So it's going to look for the local one. What's this one? Pack. Oh, he's saying change it. So changed. And he's leaving the .ddps on those. I swear to God, if this breaks it and I haven't even gotten to use the damn thing yet, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay, so here's a different derived data thing. So in that one, is he deleting the .ddc? Where'd it go? Derived data cache boot.ddc derived. It doesn't say boot. It's just .ddc. I'm confused. Boot. Unreal Engine DDC normal derived data cache /boot.ddc. Huh? Maybe I'm supposed to leave that. I'll leave that. Because I don't want to mess that up. Then, derived data cache. This is the local one. Quotation. Quotation. Seattle. I'm assuming that's just because it's like a Seattle location. I have no idea what the hell that even is. I'm not messing with that. Pack. I'm going to change this one, it seems. And then engine pack. I'm going to change this one, it seems. Local. I'm just going to leave those as dots. No, I'm not messing with those. Holy crap, this does have a whole lot. I'm just going to put them in here because what is this one? This is local and quotations. See, like the fact that somebody else had to show me this and that going to the damn Unreal Engine, holy shit. The fact that going to the Unreal Engine's website itself for this information and they didn't show any of this stuff, that's the stuff that pisses me off. Quotation, quotation. Oh, you know what? It's... That's a separate folder. What is it before? /DDC? Alright, I'm just going to leave it like that, and then I'll make another folder in here for called DDC. We'll do that. Holy crap. That's another directory too, is boot. Compressed is a different folder. These don't have shared. There's a shared one. This is create installed engine pack. I can put the path in here for it. I'm just going to leave that one as that. I'm not going to put all the subfolders in it because I don't think it needs it. Next, next. Jesus. See, like, the fact that they can't figure out how to make this just, hey, where do you want to save all this stuff? And just let you do it. I can't believe that. /VT. Where'd it go at the top? Am I back over? Okay. Save. Launch. What drive is this? H? It's probably not going to touch it until it actually loads. And oh, 2%. Oh, you getting data? 2.5 meg. It's writing. All right, so at least it's not using my C drive. All right, what did I miss here? RIP compiling shared. Same for Microsoft manual. I have to refer to videos to do server related stuff. I can't believe it's not just like in the settings, like in the Unreal Editor. I can't believe that. That's insane. I mean, hell, like all the video editors that I've ever used have a way to change where you want to save your cache. How does a video game editor not just have it as a tick box? Like, yo, use this folder. Don't use your default. Why do we have to go into the INIs and change physical code online? Maybe it's because game developers are more accustomed to having to do that type of editing. I still don't understand why you couldn't just... You're a damn... an engine for video games, and you can't just put it as a damn setting. Come on. Well, at least I'm not using my C drive. It sucks it's not using the NAS, so I can't share them between my two computers. Yeah, it's not using this one at all. Oh well, I tried. I mean, it's got 2.25 meg in here already. For what? Oh, hello. So yeah, it's definitely referencing this, because it's got 9 folders I didn't put in here. Yep, textures. Yep, so it is putting stuff in here. Alright, there you go. So, yeah. You have to do all of that, and it'll allow you to actually have a cache somewhere else. Boy. At some point, I'll use Windorstat or something and go in and find the C drive cache and just get rid of it, I guess. For now, I'm just going to let it keep them there, because if it'll reference them and still work, it might not reference them. I don't know. We'll see. If I have to re-render everything it rendered already, so be it. I'm now 2 hours and 20 minutes. Granted, like an hour of it was troubleshooting. Still. I want people to see what you have to go through to make this work if they want it to work. Granted, most people probably don't have multiple computers they're going to want to try to edit on. My problem is this one's a weaker computer than my main, so I do want the ability to edit between them, but clearly that ain't going to happen. Are we stuck at 45%? And the compile workers are doing something at least. Don't know what, but it's doing something. Hell, I want to see it do an instant action match from the editor. Let's see here. This is a WD 1003. It's also a kind of old drive. So the thought process between throwing it on the same drive, so local disk D, which is where the editor is installed, is I'm hoping that if it is using the crap out of cache, even though it's on a hard drive, it will, if it's on its own dedicated hard drive with nothing but the cache, it'll be faster than it trying to reference stuff for the editor and stuff for the cache on one drive. It's separating it out, so in theory it should be faster. I mean, it will be faster if it is referencing those two different things at the same time than if it was on one single drive, even though they are terabyte drives. I just don't want that to be... I know it's going to be a bottleneck. I just don't want to bottleneck it even more than it's going to be if I have an option to not. I would like to see it do something other than be at 45% though. Of course, last time it was at 45% for a very long time, and then it jumped to whatever it was, 51. I don't know. Here, you want to get some copyright strikes going? It's not like I make any money on YouTube anyway, because under 1,000 subs, you don't even get ads, or you don't get AdSense, I should say. Let's get some copyright tricks going. Oh, very nice. I actually don't know if this is going to get copyright striked. We'll find out. Oh, we're 93%, so it is working. Oh, I didn't set the song to loop. Sorry, I'm trying to be able to show you guys my web browser, but it's wanting to fight me, and I don't want to do a straight up display capture. VLC's working, I just can't capture Chrome or Firefox with OBS for some reason. We're at 95%. Why can't it capture the window? I don't know what's going on with this thing. Still at 95%, but it's going. We using our H drive any? Yeah, we're using the H drive a little bit. Hey, 700 meg. Damn, already? I haven't even booted the editor yet, and it's already using 700 meg? Yeah, no wonder my C drive was filling up. Oh, fatal error. Failed to compile global shader. Enable R shader development mode in console for retries. Alright, last time it did that, I just relaunched the editor and it came up, so we'll see. Add. Window capture. Window capture. Firefox. Big, huge white screen. Why? And just white screen even on a darker web page. Chrome. Black screen. This doesn't make any sense. I guess I can do a damn display capture. I don't know. There we go. I fixed that problem. %, again. Boy, this is riveting. I hear Mechwarrior 4 Mercs intro music. That is exactly what that is. Boy, I would love to be actually doing something in the editor. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It didn't crash out yet, so there's that. It's not using the H drive a whole bunch, so there's that. I'm up to 787 meg in the cache. Actually, wait a minute. I should know where. I should have all those files. Where are those at? Oh, you know where they're at? They're on my media share. Oh, great. My MP3s got renamed when I was doing the MP3 renamer. And all of the songs that I had for Mechwarrior 4 are all renamed to crap. So I can't search them anymore. That's a pain. Where are we at? 95% still? Come on. Ah, come on, Synergy. There we go. Hey, we're actually doing stuff now. Well, we haven't blue screened again, and it's actually using, yeah, so it is using the D drive a bunch, and it is right into the H drive some. So, yeah, glad I actually changed that. So that's worth changing if anybody actually does try to run this damn thing. I think I really need to fire up Mechwarrior 4 Merc just to relive the good old days of keyboard shooting. I cannot play Mechwarrior 4 with a keyboard. My joystick is literally right over there. I can't even tell if I'm pointing in the right direction on stream. It's like right over there. Like I have my joystick over there if I really wanted to play it. Engine scalability settings. Resolution scale. Let's go all the way down. And view distance. Let's do everything on low. Oh, rip. OG players will know the keyboard is like legit. I couldn't do it. Could not do it. I suck playing with mouse on Mechwarrior 4. Oh, not responding. That's not good. Alright, well, close. I was trying to turn the scalability all the way down so I could actually probably run it. And hopefully render it faster. Because I don't need to see it. I just need to be able to move elements. Alright, we force closing, boys. I'm not gonna sit on this too much longer. I want to actually try to finish Mechwarrior 5. Oh, holy crap. It's going a lot faster this time. Dude, I swear to God, if it's been like taking this long because it was all set to like epic. Numpad for torso twist and pitch. I think I have played it like that. I think I played Mechwarrior 3 like that a very long time ago. Like literally when I was a child. All I can remember from like some of my like earliest memories are when my father had put Mechwarrior, whatever it was, I'm sure it was 3, on the TV in the living room because he had his computer in there. So it was his computer was in the back, the couch was like in the middle of the living room, and then like on the big screen TV, well, big at the time, it was a projector TV. He would have the computer running on that, and he would be playing it behind us all, and we'd sit around and watch it. It was so great. It was so great. We would do LAN parties, like micro LAN parties, not like anything super huge. So down the hall, we'd have a computer, and then in the living room, we'd have a computer. And we would do, I wouldn't call it tournament. Okay, so it didn't actually save any of this. Quality low. Oh, is that going to freaking make it lose its mind? Yes. I'm just gonna let it sit and see if it does anything. But no, that was the best times. Was when we had those mini LAN parties. So we'd have somebody in the back room and then in the living room. So you can't like screen cheat or anything like that. And it'd basically just be like one-on-ones. Of course, my dad, the cheater he would always play. I think it was Daishi's. I think he would try to play the die. Oh, hey, look, there we go. Now we're going. Now we're cooking with gas. Hey. Material low. I'm assuming shader model 5 is decent. Now it's really moving. All right, so quality to low. Yeah, boys. Frame rate has been under 10 for the past 30 seconds. You want to apply reduced quality settings. Apply now. Running engine benchmark. Mechwarrior 5 Mercs replied to a tweet 18 minutes ago. Let's open this up and see what it says. The pirate hunt quest in the post-game for Karita doesn't give the rewards when it's completed. I think the same thing happened to Barradool. Hi there, can you send a support ticket? Issues like this get turned into bugs for dev team to investigate when you submit a ticket. Because it's a closed beta, not an actual game. Thank you. It's a known issue. Whatever that dude's issue was. Russ Bullock himself actually jumped in that tweet thread and said, pretty sure this is handled for the upcoming patch. This dude is such a kiss ass. Every game has launch bugs, but very few companies have great support staff. Pass my thanks as well. Mechwarrior 5 Mercs. Yes, our support staff is awesome. Greetings, my fellow coworkers, is what they replied with. I like that whoever's running the Twitter account has a personality. I hate the ones that are just straight up corporate and just don't have a personality. So it is good that whoever's running the Twitter account is actually good, at least from what I see. But yeah, no. Simple. Okay, I can't say that that's a simple bug. It might not be a simple bug, but other bugs that we know are known issues should not be issues. Because it's a closed beta. Call it what it is, guys. Come on, let's go. And you know what? There's no shame in it. There is no shame for a game to have a closed beta. None whatsoever. You get some of the most... You'll probably have some of the best... why is this... Oh, it's because I was drinking. You'll get some of the best feedback ever from closed... I swear to God, I hate my life. I just looked up and saw this Ethernet to USB adapter that I was going to try to go find, but I didn't want to leave the room, and it was literally just up on my magnet on the wall. I was gonna plug this in when the stream died earlier to find out if it was the port on the stream computer that lost it. So mad. Where was I? What was I saying? Oh, closed betas. Closed betas are great. You'll probably get best feedback ever by doing closed betas. I've been a part of quite a few closed betas and found quite a few bugs to report. I loved it. I love it. If you come out and say, hey, this is a closed beta, there's going to be a whole load of issues, but we need a whole bunch of people to tell us about it. It was some of the best experiences. Hell, I did Mechwarrior Online's closed beta, signed the NDA, everything. I don't have a problem with it. But see, the difference is when you don't call your game a closed beta and everybody's in it and knows it's a closed beta, we don't have to hide it. We don't have to keep just under the rug emailing them going like, yo, you guys got a lot of issues. We can be public about it because the game is launched. It's out. Everybody out there can go buy it anytime they please and play it. So every bug, every issue, oh yeah, we're telling everybody about it. It seems to be compiling pretty fast now that it's set to super low on shaders. How are we on our size? 850 meg? Next. Oops. Is it this one? This is the music when you got the clan and Intersphere mech packs for Mechwarrior 4, I think. And I used to love it. I used to be like, I want to run the installer again just to hear the music. I think this is what this is. No, this isn't it. This is a different one. No, I want to find it. This is Vengeance's main intro theme, or the menu theme. I don't know. I think this is it, but I don't know. No, I don't think it is. Yeah, no, this isn't it. I can picture it in my head, I just don't know it. This is... No. That's the intro. That's the menu music. Some bitch. This is it. It's Wednesday. This used to get me so pumped. This was like my hype music back in the day. What? No.
Yeah, well, Justin will be here tomorrow, a little after 5 to help with the bathroom and all that.
Alright, that's fine. Well, there's your problem. Game's trying to run at maximum. Yeah, I mean, even... This is really loud, I'm sorry. We're just gonna mute that one. So this game is like in the editor completely running because it even registers that it's running on a 1080 Ti or 980 Ti. My bad. I wish I had a 1080. So that's quite interesting. It is also interesting that the movie is not playing still. It might be one of the shaders, but I don't know. I just want to see it like start loading like 30,000 clips for shading. See, the other problem is I don't know that actually running the game is going to show me anything because I don't know that I can click on elements. I don't know. Stop. Let's just stop the game from running. I need to find what folder the UI is in so I can make the changes I want to make. Because I don't know that actually running the game in this is going to show me anything. I doubt it live updates. I sincerely doubt it live updates. Or that my computer will actually be able to render live updating. Oh god, that scared the crap out of me. I want to find Mechwarrior 3 Pirates Moon soundtrack. Come on, thing. My computer can't handle it. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Come on, you can do it. Come on, we'll just get down there. Come on, there we go. There we go. Mechwarrior 3 Pirates Moon soundtrack. Nobody has it in a playlist form. Ugh. Nobody has it in a playlist form. Let's add to queue. I don't remember the Mechwarrior 3 Pirates Moon soundtrack a whole lot. But 3 Pirates Moon was really fun for me. I really wish I could get it to run so I could play it again. Also, this claims the soundtrack's only like 9 minutes. Is this some other dude? Like, is this somebody's original music? Timothy Seals. Here, I'll share the screen with y'all. Transition. Look at this. Summoner Track 2, Timothy Seals. It definitely sounds newer than everything else. This is 2014. I don't think this is MWO. Ah. There we go. We're up to 43,000 compiling shaders. And I lost control of my mouse again. Direwolf. Eh. I was kind of hoping it would go harder being a direwolf. Daishi. This is a Nova, apparently. This is Warhammer. He's got a lot of songs. This is trying to use the Mechwarrior 5 editor turned into looking up other Mechwarrior music. These are cool, but I just kind of wish they went a little bit harder. He doesn't post very often. This was 2 years ago. A follow-up to A New Dawn, Legacies is a new concept album for all things Battletech. It's probably supposed to be like background music, I'm sure. I mean, damn, the one we were just watching or listening to, the album itself is like 45 minutes. That's insane. Timberwolf. Mechwarrior 2 2013 remake. I didn't play Mechwarrior 2. I think I did. I just didn't. I don't remember it a whole lot. Yeah, this is all like background music. I want one that goes really hard. Where are you going?
Get drinks.
Alright, have fun.
Bye.
Be safe.
Can't make any promises. Don't try.
Freedom fight. Oh yeah, here we go. Wow, the shaders number is just going up and up and up and up. It's been like 3 hours at this point. Alright, so long story short here is if you're gonna try to use the Mechwarrior 5 editor, probably don't use your C drive unless you have like a terabyte and nothing on it. And yeah, have a really beast computer, because that's a lot of shaders that I'm sitting here running at 100% on a, well, I mean, it's a 7-year-old processor, but you know, I still feel like it's not terrible. I mean, it does most things fine. Yeah, so I guess I'm just gonna quit this and actually do something. And I'll just have to queue this up overnight and just let it do its thing. Because clearly, yeah. It ain't gonna happen. Definitely need an SSD. I don't think that's the problem. I think it's the, I think it's just the processor limiting. Like how fast it can go. Yeah, 1 terabyte QVO Samsung and then a damn good CPU. Honestly, it's not even picking out the... I mean, there's the SU800, but it's not using it a whole lot. It ain't picking out the hard drives. I think it's just the amount of time it's going to take to render each shader. Because it's not even using the GPU to do it. And I don't know if that's a setting that I should try to find and enable. Or if the first time you run the editor, it just is going to take this long to compile. I don't know. Long story short, if you go to run it, prepare to be sitting here for a while or queue it up and leave and let it do its thing. I think I'm going to play Mechwarrior 5 and try to finish out the campaign, and I'll just queue this up and then hopefully be able to mess with it maybe tomorrow night. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for hanging out, I guess. I'll be back in like 5-10 minutes, and we'll jump into Mechwarrior 5, because F this. I just want to move the dang UI around. That's all I'm after. Real quick before we go, since this is part of the editor, I'm going to show you guys the current. Alright, how do I set the transitions to swap preview output scenes? Swap. Alright, that time it swapped. Here's the mods on Nexus Mods, the current ones. There's a save editor. It kind of works decently. Better spawns, I was watching a couple of videos on, and it says it's really good. After I finish my original playthrough, I will try this. I don't want to do it. I want to play through the game as vanilla as possible. If there was a UI mod, I'd throw that on immediately. But spawns and stuff, I want to be able to prove that the game is finishable, just really, really sucks. So this one is going to do less spawns overall, so it's going to just trim down the amount of spawns because it is a lot. Most things will spawn farther away, so the first update that they did helped a little bit, but it wasn't enough. So this, I think, increases it even more. Tanks are part of lances, so I think by that it means tanks either spawn with mechs or spawn as lances, not just individual tanks doing their own thing. And then it reduces enemy AI charging into their death. So the AI, I guess have like a distance they want to remain at, I think is how that's going to work. Is the AI wants to be like, okay, I don't want to be up on you. I don't know. We'll see. So look forward to that. What else is in here? Industrial Reshade. I do want to try this at some point, but I'm not going to do it right now. Let's go into this. I want to see up close because this has got new pictures. Here's a mech bay shot. Before, after, it makes the graininess go away. So I think this does look a whole lot better. So this is before and after. I think this looks a whole lot better. Before and after, it's just a lot of going on. And I thought that from the beginning. This is very like and this is very much clean. Same thing. I think this is just a whole... that looks like an entirely different game, actually. Like, if you're looking at this, like, this is what it looks like. And then... that looks really good, actually. After I finish the campaign, I want to play the campaign as stock as I can. I will throw that on there, too. I'll do better spawns in Industrial Reshade. Shout at your mech. I'm not using that yet. I might try it at some point. Don't know. Voice profile for voice macros. I think that's just like, hey, form up on my lead, that kind of thing. You can just say it instead. Tool that resets Tool that resets quest and campaign progress of an existing save, so they can be replayed with all your gear, pilots, and etc. That's kind of cool, I guess. So people have got these, and there's CRT helmet visor vision. I haven't looked at this one. I'm assuming it just puts a big, huge filter on. Oh, that looks terrible. Who wants to... So I can see some people probably wanting to play it like that. But that kind of looks bad. I'm not playing it like that. It literally looks like they just added a huge film filter to it to make it look like you're actually wearing a helmet. Nah. I'm going to pass on that one. Sorry. But they have these out, like they do the reshades. I guess doing a reshade isn't that terrible, like that hard to do, because it's not actually moving any elements. It's just adjusting how it displays colors or something like that. I don't know. I can't imagine that somebody hasn't been out there working on changing the UI already. Because that's, like I said, the biggest thing for me is there's no UI changes. So those are the current mods out there. Hopefully a lot more show up soon. I guess that, you know, if everybody can actually use the editing tool, they would get on it. But I'm sure that everybody's probably having the same problem where there's 70,000 shaders. And everybody probably doesn't have super massive editing rigs. I don't know, probably quite a few of them that are probably enthusiasts do. Technically I do. I have a 1920X. Like, not going to use it because doing too many other things with it. Alright. Can you edit tanks? I don't think so. Haha. Right mount button, there's enemy rushing B to you. Rush B! Rush B! Alright, so yeah, we're gonna close the editor down because this is not happening no time soon. And then we'll jump into Mechwarrior, I guess. Try to finish it because I want to finish it because I've been playing it. I think this is going to be day 15 for me playing it. So, and technically I played it a little bit offline, so we'll see. We'll hopefully be able to finish it. Thanks for watching, guys. To be on in like 10 minutes. Peace.